Hello Tigers, and welcome to the very first episode of Tiger Times Live. Here at TT Live we'll be covering various news around the school, conduct interviews with the student body, and give you all a sneak peek into daily SI's life. Today we have a bit on the seniors' experience with their vaccinations, a new teacher feature, and student vlogs. Let's go take a look.
Feels good.
Did it hurt?
No.
It feels great. Yeah.
Sorry. Did it hurt?
It feels great. I feel clean now. I feel like I've gained the confidence to walk around with my mask down. And I feel strong.
Does it hurt?
It doesn't hurt at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
It feels good. It didn't hurt at all, so I'm not too worried.
Thanks for the insight, everyone. It seems like you all had a fun time. Unfortunately, I was stuck at home in quarantine back then, but that's enough about me. I want to learn more about the new teachers this year. Let's go take a look.
My name is Connie and I am 27 years old from South Africa. I'm the Director of Aquatics here at SIS. I like anything outdoors. I love the ocean. I grew up in the sea. So I surf and paddleboard. I also love running and cycling, really any sports. And I also enjoy a bit of shopping here and there as well. Not just being outdoors all the time, but most of the things that I do in my free time involve some kind of sport or activity outside. It's a difficult question to answer because I think it's not just one thing or not even just a few things, it's the whole atmosphere and maybe culture. I think just the attitudes of the students, the discipline, it's completely different to most of the schools in South Africa, majority of the schools, definitely both the ones that I taught at. The students here, you ask them to do something and it's done, whereas back home in South Africa, you have to repeat yourself. It's more, you get the general attitude that kids and learners hate being at school, but it's something that they're forced to do. And here, you really see that the learners want to educate themselves and want to grow. So it's quite a different feeling. I think I haven't had a shocking experience yet, nothing too bad. Just when I was cycling yesterday, a bird pooed on my head, but nothing really. My favorite thing is probably the safety. So coming from South Africa, I was very limited. I was living in Cape Town. I couldn't go for a run outside by myself. I couldn't walk outside my apartment and walk to the store by myself. So it really made things difficult. And here, just having that freedom and not having to overthink every single thing that I'm doing and being so limited, just being able to walk in the middle of the night, going down an alleyway here, I'm not fearing anything or anyone. So I think I really appreciate that so much.
Hi, I'm Miss Brown. This is my first year at SIS, and I would consider San Diego in California is my hometown, but I'm excited to be here and teaching math. Traveling is definitely a big one. Love anything with sports as well. Reading and taking pictures, actually I enjoy as well. It's much less international here. There's a lot less diversity. Most students, it seems like, are either from Korea or from the US here. And I'm used to, my last school in Rome had probably 50 different nations represented at the school. Favorite, I would have to say, is just the green spaces, the amount of parks and hiking trails or biking trails, just the activities that are involved here.
Okay, so my name is Caro Paglia, but the students call me Profe Caro. It's easier to remember, I think. I'm from Argentina. I am the new Spanish teacher here at SIS. And well, I've been teaching for 18 years, so it's quite a long time now. And I love it. And I've lived in Argentina, in the United States, in Taiwan for 10 years, and then Spain, and now Korea. I have 2 boys, one in 1st grade and the other in 6th grade, and my husband is the PE teacher here at SIS. My spare time, I like to read. I really love to read. I can read a book a day if I can. I love to travel with my family, work out, and be with friends. I would say one of the main differences, especially in Argentina, I would say, is that students here are very respectful and very motivated, put a lot of effort, which I love. So yeah, and I would say like in Argentina, students are way noisier, especially at the beginning. But then at the end, I feel like here is kind of is the same too. So it's kind of like more at the beginning where I notice those differences. Yeah, the first thing I was really surprised about is the amount of green spaces. I was expecting it to be like a big city and like others that you've seen around, but then yeah, it has a lot of beautiful green areas, which I love, especially when you're driving from one area to another. And the other thing is the amount of restaurants and food options. I really love to see you can eat almost anything here, and I love that. And the coffee shops too. I love coffee, so I love that there is coffee place like every half a block. And so that was surprising too. I didn't know that, and I was super happy to find that.
Hi, my name is Miss Kim. I'm the 9th grade World History and Communications teacher. During my spare time, I watch a lot of Netflix. I like watching Korean shows and also lots of thrillers, horror movies. I also really like playing with my 3 cats at home. Oh, and I also really like going on bike rides, especially in the countryside. One of the biggest differences between SIS and the schools in Korea where I've taught is that SIS seems to be a very much more welcoming community. I really like how organized it is. I really appreciate how wonderful the kids are, how friendly they are, and how much they want to participate. One difference between SIS and the school that I taught in Massachusetts is that students seem to be a little bit more enthusiastic and about their grades and really doing the work, asking questions, and not just in honors classes but regular classes too. So I really appreciate hearing from students and seeing them so active in their classwork. My most favorite thing about Korea is the outdoors. I'm really surprised by how great the biking paths are, how organized it is. I don't feel like I'm in danger when I'm riding my bike. I think I'm also really surprised in a good way by how polite everyone is. I feel like I'm not very, like I feel very comfortable here in Korea, and I feel like it's become a new home for me.
Hi, I'm Mr. Yana. I teach middle and high school PE. My spare time, I usually like to be with my family, my 2 sons and my wife. And we just like to go outdoors, anything that's active and in nature. I was in Taiwan previously for 10 years, and I think if I were to think about it, probably the position I'm in, I was an athletic director in Taiwan, and here I'm teaching PE, so that's a bit of a difference. And in terms of the actual school campus, what is nice is there are 3 gyms here, as well as the field, whereas in Taiwan I had 1 field, a couple of outdoor courts, and 1 gym. I think shocking would be the amount of traffic. I don't think I was expecting that many cars on the road all the time. But what is pleasantly surprising is the amount of green. I really like the trees that are everywhere. Even though you're in a city, there just always seems to be a lot of green around, which I like.
Hi everybody, my name is Mrs. Connie Rodriguez. I am the new biology and ecology instructor, as well as the anatomy and physiology instructor here at SIS. I have loved getting out and exploring the neighborhood and the city so far. I really enjoy being outside, so although I've been doing some things inside, museums, things like that, my preference is really to be outside. So there are quite a few differences between this school and my old schools. The first difference, which is really very positive, is that students are all following the mask requirement here at school. It's very rare that I have to ask students to pull their mask up, which I really appreciate. So I think the COVID protocol is followed very, very closely here. Students here are much more intense, definitely intense. They care much more about their grades. And I have found that things are very competitive here. Students are very competitive and they want the very best grade that they can get. In the United States, I would not say, especially in my school, that wasn't the case. Some students wanted to do really well, but some students didn't care at all about school. Well, I would say that it's difficult for me to get food. I don't really understand the way that people eat here, but I did go on a food tour recently, and there's some really incredible cuisine in the area. So that has been, I think, a bit of a struggle figuring out how to grocery shop when I don't speak Korean. That's been a bit of a challenge.
Hi, my name is Miss Ireland, and I am the new high school ceramics, AP art history, and AP 3D teacher. I'm pretty active, so I really like to run and to bike and do pretty much anything outside, so including camping and hiking. And I'm also an artist, so I like to draw, paint as well in my free time, and visit art galleries. So I'm looking forward to being able to do all of those things in school. Well, at SIS, there are a lot more choices for art classes, so it's really exciting to see SIS students taking advantage of all of those options. I was at a pretty small school before, so all of the arts were together, so there's a lot more options here at SIS. Well, I haven't been able to experience too much so far because I'm still in quarantine, but everything that I have experienced has been very efficient and streamlined, which I really appreciate. And I've also really enjoyed getting to know my students so far, so I can't wait to experience more once I'm able to get out of quarantine.
We love having such a great faculty. And just to make an awkward transition even awkwarder, we also love having great students. Just roll the clip.
Hi. Office hours.
Just bought cinnamon melts from the cafe. And
The bathroom after my calc test, it went pretty well. Long time third grade. I have English. I have bio too. Yeah. School is over. Now we're going to the bus.
Thank you all for tuning in to the pilot of TT Live. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.